welcome to Tuesday's Take 5. We're really pleased to see you, so glad that you could join us today. We are continuing today talking about love. Again, it's just one verse, so not too much reading today. And today's verse reads, it does not dishonour, obviously we're still the it referring to love. Love does not dishonour others. It is not self-seeking. It is not easily angered. It keeps no record of wrongs.
And remember, we're looking at this love that is a self-sacrificial love, the agape love of giving of oneself. This is what Paul's writing about here. And like I said yesterday, he's looking at different facets, different glimpses of what love should feel like. And we're going to focus in on one of these aspects, the fact that love keeps no record of wrongs. And you would think that Paul wouldn't have to say some of these things, wouldn't you? You would think
yes, you would.
That it would be kind of obvious. But there was, like I said yesterday, there were things going on in the church that were not good. And Paul has to lay it out in words of one syllable, what love should look like. And there's a passage earlier on in 1Cor13, where Paul is reflecting on the fact that they're having legal disputes amongst themselves. The brothers and sisters in the church are fighting amongst themselves, and in a very public way, taking each other to court. And he says, this is so wrong. It shouldn't be like this. Julie's going to read us a few verses from 1Cor13, but you can go back and read the whole chapter yourself, which reflects on this.
So from verse 4 of chapter 6. Therefore, if you have any disputes about such matters, do you ask for a ruling from those whose way of life is scorned in the church? I say this to shame you. Is it possible that there is nobody among you wise enough to judge a dispute between believers? But instead, one brother takes another to court, and this is in front of unbelievers. The very fact that you have lawsuits among you means you have been completely defeated already.
And it would seem that there's some sort of sour grapes when these lawsuits have gone through.
Yeah.
And they're, even when the ruling's being given, they're still holding things against grudges.
Holding grudges, yes.
And Paul says, no, love doesn't do that.
No, he actually says, in the next verse, which I will find in just a second. Where's verse 8 gone? Oh no, it's still here. I didn't finish verse 7. Why not rather be wronged? Why not rather be cheated? Yeah. He actually says that.
And the whole theme of love, which we're reading through, Paul is saying it's much better that you forgive each other and forget.
Yes.
And that's hard to do. That's hard to make a decision to put it out of your mind, because so often we like to dwell on those things, or be reminded, or even the enemy coming along and having a little whisper and saying, do you remember? And we have to decide to say, no, I'm not going to remember. I'm not going to hold that grudge. I'm not going to take it into account.
I'm not going to mention that again.
That's what love looks like.
Yes.
So today, if you're holding on to something, or you've got some history where you feel sour towards somebody, I challenge you to bring that to the Lord and say, Lord, here it is. This isn't what I should be doing. This isn't the way of love. I'm going to give it over to you. I'm going to love in the way that you tell us to, that Jesus showed us. So today, let's love God's way, and let's keep loving God's way. Have a wonderful day.
See you tomorrow.